students, in our previous video we have learnt about chapter 13 India, location, geological structure and physiography. Today also we will continue the same chapter, we will complete it today. In the previous video we have taken 3 points, mainly India. We have learnt about the location of India, we have learnt properly about the size of it and the area. We have learnt about this, okay. Even we have learned about the maritime time. We have also seen neighbors of India, the neighboring countries, what is around India, the oceans around it, everything we have covered in neighbors of India. The other point we have covered was geological structure. In that strategic location we have learned about. I have shown you the map. Through the map I have shown you these locations also. Through the map I have shown you the neighbors of India. I have shown you the Himalayan ranges through the pictures. Today we are going to cover 2 topics. In that the main one is the Suez Canal. Today we will cover Suez Canal and how it was benefited to our country. That we will learn today. And the last point of the chapter, exchange of goods. It is about the trade. So these 2 topics we will cover today.
So students, our first point is Suez Canal. See here one question is given. First let me read the question. How was India benefited due to the opening of Suez Canal? I'll show you in the map where Suez Canal is located. And these points are from your textbook itself. And this is the question in your textbook at last. You may write answer in your own words, but keep in mind that the sense of the answer should not be changed. If you'll miss the sense of the answer, then you'll miss the marks too. So the first point is, location of India across the international waterways is also important. In the international waterways, the location of India is very important. How? We'll see further. So see in the second point, with the opening of Suez Canal in 1869. When it opened in 1869, this can be asked in 1 mark. The distance between India and Europe has reduced by about 7,000 kilometers. See now, only by opening the Suez Canal, the distance reduced how much? About 7,000 kilometers. This is the biggest point and very important. The third point, sea routes connecting East and Southeast Asia and Australia to Africa and Europe. See all the sea routes, you may see East and Southeast Asia, Australia, Africa, Europe. All these sea routes pass through the Indian Ocean. All the routes are passing through the Indian Ocean. And the biggest country of Indian Ocean is what? Which one? India. And that's why location of India is the best. See now the next point, the circulation of African waterway and Suez Canal waterway pass by India. So the circulation which is being formed by African waterway and Suez Canal, that water also pass by India. The next point, Canada and USA can be reached through the same waterway via Strait of Malacca and the Pacific Ocean. It means if you want to go to Canada or USA, I am here talking about waterways, okay, not about flights. If you want to go to Canada or USA, so same route is there, same waterway is there, which is by our Suez Canal. You have to go via Strait of Malacca and the Pacific Ocean. See now, here is a map in front of you. In this map you can see Suez Canal, which I have made rectangle around it with pink color. See, that is Suez Canal. Previously there was only plains were there. Afterwards all around there was water, but there it was plain. Afterwards Suez Canal was being made over there, due to which the distance between India and Europe reduced. Before that you have to go through Africa, while because of Suez Canal you can directly go there. See here, you can see India in blue color, and the dots made over here, these all are sea routes. See now, so many lines are there which are sea routes, but all the sea routes are going through India. This is the biggest contribution of Indian Ocean. That's why it is benefited. That's why we can say that the location of India is strategic and even profitable. Understood? Now here, exchanging things and ideas. Since olden times, we are exchanging things and ideas with other countries. See now the first point, India has contacts with many countries since many centuries. India has maintained its relation with many countries since many years. The next point, goods and ideas are being exchanged since ancient times. So since so many times earlier, if we see the ancient times, since that time we are exchanging so many things and so many ideas, it means our thoughts with other countries. Similarly, concepts of Upanishads, stories of Ramayana and Panchatantra, therapeutic methods, Indian numerical figures and decimal system, if we talk about the maths, if we talk about medical, if we talk about Upanishads, if we talk about rules, regulations, religion and the stories, these all system, decimal system, these all things we are exchanging with other countries. These could reach many parts of the world because we are having good relations with the other countries. We are sending these all things, our thoughts to other countries. Along with the things, we have even exchanged or sent our ideas, our thoughts. We have shown them our culture. Fourth point, India has an important location in South Asia. Our location in South Asia is really important. Now see how many states we are having. So there are 28 states, 1 national capital and 7 union territories in India. National capital means what? Delhi. Now we are coming to our last topic, which is neighboring countries of India. India is surrounded by which countries? That we will learn in this one. Who are our neighbors? See the first point, India has a common land boundary with neighbor countries, like it means same boundary we are having with which countries, that we will see. So see now, Pakistan and Afghanistan, these are in northwest, China, Nepal, Bhutan in northeast, Myanmar and Bangladesh in the east, Sri Lanka and Maldives in the south. Now the next point, India and Sri Lanka are separated by Palk Strait and Gulf of Mannar. See now, by two ways, our India and Sri Lanka are separated. Which two places? Palk Strait and Gulf of Mannar. These also you have to remember, it can be asked in 1 mark. Then see, Lakshadweep Islands are in the Arabian Sea and Andaman Nicobar Islands are in the Bay of Bengal. So these all are our neighboring countries. Now see, define. These define are asked in your textbook at last. 3 definitions I will give you in very easy words. So the first one is standard time. So what is standard time? The time that is officially used in a country or an area of a country. It means the time which the country is using officially or an area of a country. That time is called standard time. See, this is in very easy words. You can learn it well. The time that is officially used in a country or an area of a country is called standard time. Next one is Tropic of Cancer. If we talk about India, that is the same time in full country, in whole country we are having the same standard time. But if you go in some other country like America, there are officially different time related to the areas. See now, the Tropic of Cancer, an imaginary line of latitude at 23 degree 27 minute north of the equator and the farthest north that the sun appears directly above is called Tropic of Cancer. Tropic of Cancer is the place where the sun appears directly above. And the last one is peninsula, which I told you earlier also, that a piece of land that is surrounded by water from 3 directions is called peninsula. Hope you understood well. So here we completed part 1. In the next video we will take the part 2. Thanks for watching. Stay home, stay safe.